the governments before the Indian Act, even in 1852 or 1856 in Parliament, in British Parliament, they talked about how Aboriginal people were strong people. And it was presented in Parliament that there's only one way to go and deal with these strong Aboriginal people is to introduce a new system to them and convince them that this other system is better. And then you can break them. And that was the whole plan.
Well, when we first started in '97, the first thing that came to my mind was maybe this is a chance we could get what we had lost. Like, especially the way we had lived. I wanted to bring back what we had lost, our own house, rebuild it.
We're still traditional people. We're still use Great Bear Lake entirely. The lake is about 3,000 square kilometers. And we use the lake as it's our backyard. We hunt, trap, fish for thousands of years, and we still do that today. And to try to regulate that and tell people that you can't do it anymore or put limitations on it, it seems like every time we find something that's good, all of a sudden there's rules applied to it that limits what you can actually do and what you can't do.
Everybody has a story to tell, and it's important to listen. If you want to try to take on something as big as this, sometimes I had some bad experiences, but because you listen, you have the ability to keep moving and going forward, because that's what all the teaching's about. You're faced with all kinds of issues throughout life. But if you have the ability to move forward because of all the teachings, there's nothing that's not possible that you can do.
For 17 years, I've been traveling with Danny and my elders. And a lot of times I wanted to give up because of my family, of my loved ones. But I really had a heart for my elders. And I really had a heart for this Deline Got'ine Government. And I wanted to stay with them until it was completed. And today is the day.
Great Bear Lake is huge, but the prophet that had talked about it says he put his hand like this. This is how tight it will be with boats. That's how much people will come. Tight. Prepare yourself.
My elders, who had 4 prophets, they're the one that they bring the good news that's set here for us. To walk on that good news till the day you return to the dust.
Having a government that's 50-50, we need 75 for beneficiaries and 25 for non-Aboriginal. And it passed. So now that we have that power, we can set up rules to control, especially about the water.
We ain't going nowhere, so you might as well just work with us and try to figure out how we can make this country a better place. Well, one way is creating a self-government agreement where we bring the territorial government closer to us and the federal government closer to us, and let's tackle this together. One of the biggest things that I'm hoping to see, and I think if we get this, that we'll be okay, is when people actually start working together and they work towards a common vision. So the community needs to come up with a plan, but on how they're going to reach that vision. But the vision has been sort of placed in front of us already for years when the prophecies have been made. So if they understand the visions and the prophecies more, they would sort of gear their whole structure and all their energies towards trying to reach that goal to make sure that we have a strong, healthy community, strong, healthy people, so that when people do come, that they come to a place where they could actually just relax and live amongst people, work and be successful at what they're doing, but at the same time, live with Mother Nature, because that's what it's all about too. I mean, I've always teased my guys. I said, we've been going non-stop since 60s, the 70s, and 80s, just dealing with government and trying to fit into something that we just don't fit into. And for the first time, I said, when we were in Ottawa, when the legislation passed, I said, I finally feel like an Aboriginal person. I finally feel that I could actually have my own home. I could actually feel I can kind of carve my own destiny now out of what we've built.
And all these things that happen today, and it's been foretold to the people here back in 1920s already. Everything's been told about what the future holds for Deline plus the world. So it's like a map we're following, a guideline. Just follow this and we'll get there.
You know, 2-3 generations down the road, this will all be history. Residential school will be history. People hopefully, become stronger. The families become stronger. We're more connected again with the land and its resources. But also, maybe we're sharing all of the stuff with the rest of the country. And I think this country needs that. This country needs to figure out a way that they can embrace the Aboriginal community.